This is the first of 100 wells we're gonna build in this video.
This is to unlimited clean drinking water in less than a second.
One down, 99 more wells in Africa to go.
I think that that's really where the focus should be. I don't think that we should be focusing on the man's skin color, because if he went in there to take resources from them, you know we would be killing him for it.
It's time!
For another video here on TSP, I am Dr. Evil Genius, and today I am joined by my venerable, the esteemed co-host himself, Captain Paul. How are we doing, Captain Paul?
I'm doing fantastic. Are you ready to save some black children? I'm sorry. I can't take this seriously. All right, let's so we got oh Jesus, I can't get this thing off.
You just can't help but have the hood.
That's the white problem right there.
So as you can tell, I am Dr. Evil Genius, and I need Captain Paul's whiteness to save me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I was a spooky ghost there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it because you did not cut out the holes for the eyes?
I think pretty sure I was like getting a little claustrophobic there for a minute, but.
Wow. I guess it's a really bad feeling to be a racist. Is it?
I mean, absolutely. And speaking of racist and racism and all these accusations of this, let's talk about some white savior syndrome, right? As someone of the pretty white background, I feel like I'm an expert in I'm pretty, I eat mayonnaise, on the spoonful. I don't season my chicken. Motherfucker, you can't get much whiter than me. So let's talk about this shit. Listen, exactly. Look at the cat, man. So like we got some experts up in this field. I'm pretty sure you're black. At least I hope so, or you've been lying to me for the past like decade. So all right.
Oh man.
So MrBeast been getting it, man, huh? He like some people like he can't win.
Nope, he can't win for losing, man. He's Mr. Can't Get Right. He put up a tweet not that long ago where he's like, listen, I know I'm about to get canceled, but I'm gonna do some good things for some people where nobody is doing anything good for them. And I know that it's like the worst thing in the world for me to take my immense amount of YouTube money and use it to help people get clean drinking water, because that's like really the worst thing you can do in society, right, Cap?
Dude, it's terrible. Like, he should be posting on Instagram and having an OnlyFans. Like, that would be much more like contributing to society than like giving people clean drinking water. Yeah.
The OnlyFans should only be him driving like Koenigsegg's and Bugattis and Paganis. That should be his whole OnlyFans, is just buying $2, $3, $5, $7 million supercars and hypercars, and just driving them around and just flaunting his wealth. That's the only thing he should do, according to some keyboard warrior liberal SJWs.
You know what's crazy? I've never seen people so angry about another man using his money to give people clean drinking water, or to help cure blindness, or to help, a lot of people less fortunate than himself. That's the most baffling thing to me. And because we made a video about this before when he did the blindness, like where he helped people that had, treatable blindness, and he helped kind of, allow them live a normal life again. This guy, let's not get this twisted. This is his money. He could have his 100 million view videos and just tell people to fuck off and just earn a paycheck. But instead of doing that, he has all these like charities. He has like, to clean up the sea life, clean up villages, like give drinking water, blindness, health, medical,
shoes
like
to people that don't have shoes.
Like it's absolutely amazing and commendable what this person's do. And like this person does. And I have to say, how miserable of a human being do you have to be that upset over an individual using their wealth to help other people? It's wild. It's crazy.
You know what's really crazy to me, Cap? A couple of years ago, before Elon Musk ruined Twitter.
Shit. Oh, it's X. It's X. Excuse you. It's X.
Twitter. some people challenged him to take $2 billion of his net worth and said you could fix world hunger with $2 billion, and he dared them. Do you remember this? He dared them to come up with an actual real plan where $2 billion would solve world hunger, and then he would give the money.
Yeah.
Right? Now, they kept saying, you have all this money, you should do something with it, right?
Yeah.
How many times have we heard from people that, Batman was, had all these billions of dollars and his parents died and he became Batman. And Tony Stark, came into all this money. His parents were killed as well. And then he came into all this money. He became Iron Man, and right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have this obsession with wealthy people, and it just so happens that both Batman and Iron Man, whether you're love DC comics or Marvel comics, both of them are white men, right? How many times have we heard we have all of these hyper rich people like Bezos, and nobody wants to be Batman? How many times have we seen people complain about that, Cap? And then MrBeast, and again, I must remind you guys, when he was trying to get on YouTube, he was posting to Thunderstruck Gaming's community channel.
Yeah.
Okay?
He started from the bottom, like from the very, very bottom of that.
For real, right?
Yeah, like he grinded his way up the top.
And how many times do we see these guys get 250,000, 500,000, a million, 2 million subscribers, and they live lavish lifestyles? And then they put their lavish lifestyles on YouTube. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. I'm telling you guys right now, TSP goes to 1 million subscribers. Believe me, you're just going to see nothing but luxury behind me. I'm right. But then you take a MrBeast who is actually doing something that people complain that rich people don't do, and he's actually doing it, and it's still a fucking problem.
Because it's jealousy. It's just outright jealousy. And that's kind of this guy has never really been a mean person. He's given back to numerous charities. He's created his own foundation to help people in need. This is the guy you want representing YouTube or the brand, right? Like, how many, I hate to say, how many scumbags are on this platform that get raised up by people, yet we're gonna complain about MrBeast giving villages drinking water? That's, like one of the most fundamental things you need to live, to exist, to not disappear. Like, come the fuck on. Like, it's just this the white savior syndrome. Well, man, I'm gonna get some flack for this. Where's the black officials in government? What are they doing for their people then? If you wanted to go there, let's go there. Where are the quote-unquote black saviors? Why not just be grateful that anyone from any race is helping out a really rough situation instead of getting so lost into the skin tone of the person doing it? Yeah. It's the constant, people want to victimize people that are getting cured from their victimhood. What's better then, right? Do you want them to still walk 3, 4, 5 miles to a fucking contaminated lake to possibly get dysentery, a bacteria in their drinking water? Or, instead of, getting some help from somebody that's well off, that wants to do good things? Really, kind of check your priorities if you're really that upset about a white man giving people drinking water. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that really annoys me. And this is, I've been in liberal spaces for a long time. I used to co-host a show on a liberal network, right?
Yeah.
One of the things that I get really annoyed about is the concept of the SJW. For those that don't know, that's an acronym that stands for Social Justice Warrior. And we have these people that get on social media and they clickety-clack on their Mac. And they talk about how there's so much wealth inequality and there's so much racism. And, we have all of these people who are in poverty that need help. And then they log off the Twitter, they log off of social media, the narcissigrams of the world, and then they just go about their day. And that's how they fight the patriarchy. That's how they fight against rich people, is they get on Twitter and with their 240 characters or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
But then somebody comes along and is actually doing something that is actually helping me. I'm pretty sure that if you help somebody affirm their chosen gender, I guess that helps them. You call them a she on Twitter, and that's your good deed for the day.
Yeah.
But this guy is building wells in places where, kids are not able to develop their brains properly because they don't have good drinking water. The fertility of the women and the men aren't as good as they could be. The economic opportunities aren't as good as they could be. So having something like water is paramount to building communities.
Yeah.
And so when somebody goes and builds 100 different wells in all these different places, that has a positive effect that metastasizes. You get like this, this multiplication of positive things that come out of that. Now, you called this person over here a she because that's their preferred pronoun.
Yeah.
You think that you're like doing all this good in the world and showing people how righteous you are. But then you also have smoke for somebody who's actually doing real actions that help real people.
Yeah. It's like, to me, quite frankly, we're so lost in our own little bubble, right? Let's be honest. We drinking water right out the tap. It's clean, right?
Right.
Right down the store, I can go to fucking a grocery store, Stop and Shop, pick up anything I need, right?
Yep.
At our fingertips, right? And I'm not saying they don't have technology over there. That'd be ignorant. I'm just saying,
Some of
like,
them don't.
some of them don't, but like we have a lot of things just easily access to ourselves. Where you're having little Twitter keyboard warriors or people, we've had some people make some content regarding MrBeast doing it for money reasons, which I think's laughable because he just keeps kicking that money back into charities. So whatever. We just live in
one thing, Cap. Can I add this one thing?
Absolutely.
Not only because remember the whole thing with the 1,000 people that he paid, or 10,000, I don't know how many people it was, that he paid to get their eyesight back because they had like, cloudy retinas or whatever and had them replaced or whatever. He didn't just pay for the surgeries.
No.
Some of the people, he gave $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 to on top of the eye surgeries.
Yep.
And when you look at the video, and we'll try to link that video in the description about the wells, he didn't just build wells and then leave Africa to go back to the relative luxury of the United States in his mansion.
No.
He helped create other programs. He gave more than just the resources necessary to make and maintain those wells.
Yeah. The sad part is you have a guy that doing all these great things, and instead of, saying, oh, this is wonderful, he's helping out our communities, right? We're just going to tear this guy down. Why don't we actually complain about the local governments? The people that aren't doing anything for their people, the people that aren't, the governments that, I'll be honest with you, in some of these situations completely corrupt, that aren't doing the right thing by their own people to make sure that they have drinking water. Why does a random YouTuber have to come in? I know the biggest on the platform, biggest on the planet, but let's be honest, just like he's a YouTuber. Why does he have to come to their communities to fix this problem? Why can't their local governments? Honest to God question there. Why? So, those are the true questions we should be asking.
Yep. And again, people always complaining about rich people hoarding their wealth. Here's a rich person that's not doing that. Why is it a problem? Oh, because his skin is white. Do you
Which
really
is
think
so
those kids give
wild.
a fuck who built the well? Who built the well?
No. They just care that they can now drink clean fucking water. We live in such a privileged society where that we take that for granted.
Right.
That's the crazy part. So for me, my closing thoughts on it is that if you are a miserable fuck that's just sitting on the internet complaining about MrBeast and complaining about what he's doing, maybe look inward and kind of address some of your own issues, because there's nothing but good that's coming out of that camp.
Right.
Like, honestly.
Right. And my closing thought is, I think that a lot of us on the left have always wanted like this utopia where everybody is altruistic. If we are realistic, we should be applauding and encouraging people to try to find ways to make a profit by actually helping people. Yeah. And I think that MrBeast is probably one of the few people to make an honest effort at trying to make doing good things for other people and making that profitable.
Yeah.
And I think that that's really where the focus should be. I don't think that we should be focusing on the man's skin color, because if he went in there to take resources from them, you know we would be killing him for it.
Absolutely.
But now he's over there providing resources instead.
Dog, if he was in there just like taking people's shoes, taking their water, and said fuck them, like that, then we're having like, okay, like this guy's like doing the opposite of what he's doing, then we have a villain on our hands. But this guy has just been nothing but benevolent and kind to people, and it's just it's a shame that he even has to tweet about being canceled. That's a joke. Like, crazy.
And you know, the saddest part about that is he was right. And he was about to, he was basically reminding people in a passive aggressive manner about their hypocrisy. And then they went and they confirmed their hypocrisy. In the comment section down below, what do you think rich people should be doing with their money? What do you think that white people should be doing with their time? If not, trying to make the world a better place. What do you think that they should spend their time doing?
By the way, if you want to make sure Dr. Evil Genius can see, has shoes, can drink water, make sure to subscribe to us on Patreon, because with just one little donation, we can make sure he is well fed and taken care of, because without that protein and muscles, he's jack shit. So I'm Captain Paul. That's Dr. Evil Genius. We'll see you in the next one.